Go. This is the second esterification reaction. We're looking at the preparation of ethyl acetate. What we'll need in this reaction is this time we're using acetic acid, which is a fancy way of saying vinegar. So we're gonna use some very strong vinegar. We're gonna add in some ethanol, which is the drinking alcohol after you're 21. And we're gonna add a couple drops of sulfuric acid, very highly concentrated. We're gonna put it all in the water bath. Let's see what happens. Let's check it out. In a test tube, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add 20 drops of ethanol. This dropper bottle isn't perfect, so I'm just gonna add a healthy squeeze. In order to do our acetic acid, what we're gonna do is we will need a pipette. Now, luckily, I happen to keep one in my pocket. Let's take a look. Here's our acetic acid. We will need 2 drops of acetic acid. And there's our 2 drops. Now, you will note that I already smell a very strong vinegar smell. We will need our 3 drops of 6 molar sulfuric acid, just like we added to the first esterification reaction. We'll give it a quick mix. And we're gonna take a quick waft. Remember, when we smell it, we don't go in like I did in the first video. Instead, we waft. Whew, I am smelling a very strong vinegar smell. Let's see if it changes. It should. We'll put it in the hot water bath. Again, you will note I put the mouth of the test tube away from me and everyone else in the lab. This will need to heat for a few minutes, so in the meantime, we'll talk. Now keep in mind, when you're doing this reaction, esterification, all you're doing is taking a carboxylic acid and an alcohol, and you're making an ester and water. Look at the different features on the carboxylic acid and the alcohol. Remember, it's taking away a water. So it's gonna take away a hydrogen from one of the compounds. It's gonna take an OH, a hydroxide from another compound. HOH gives you H2O, and then the rest of the carboxylic acid and ethanol will join to give you that ester bond. Remember, the ester bond is a C double bond O next to another oxygen, and it has carbons, or we could say an R group, on either side of the carbon and the oxygen. Let's check in with our hopefully made ethyl acetate. Now you will notice that there is no visible change in the test tube. Let's see if there's a change in scent. Again, we waft. Follow with me. And do that at home. Oh wow, I'm getting a different smell. Notice I didn't freak out this time. It wasn't a strong vinegar smell. Instead, it kind of has a nail polish remover type smell, almost like an industrial solvent to get rid of paint or something like that. I'm thinking, do you love Home Depot? Me too. And you know, it has that nail polish remover type smell. This is used, remember, it's used to decaffeinate coffee and tea at times. It's also used as a solvent for a lot of different things. The key here is that we've lost the vinegar smell and we've changed it to almost a nail polish remover type smell. What we have done is we have done esterification. Our proof is that we went from a vinegar smell to a, nail polish remover type, industrial type smell. Now, esters should not be dumped down the drain, so we will put our 2 esters, which we have from the first esterification and the second one, we will pour it into a waste container that will be safely disposed, and we won't have the esters going down the drain. Now that we have finished esterification, we're done with our polymer and ester lab. Make sure you write down all your observations on your data sheet. You will write a lab report for this lab. In order for the lab report content and what it should look like, check in with your lab instructor. They will tell you exactly what to expect for your lab report, or check the syllabus from day one on the, find it with the lab information. Check in with your lab instructor. It's been a pleasure. I'm Dr. Marino. I'll see you in the next one.